A Russian drone strike on the Black Sea port city of Odessa early on Thursday killed at least 2 people and injured 15 others. That is according to Ukrainian emergency services. The attack damaged a number of apartment buildings and private homes, a school, a supermarket, and cars. The Ukrainian Air Force reported that Russia launched 170 exploding drones and decoys into 5 regions of Ukraine. They also said Russian forces launched 5 ballistic missiles. Meanwhile, in Kherson, a Ukrainian drone attack left at least 7 people dead in the Russian-occupied town of Oleshki. At least 20 others were wounded. The latest wave of attacks happened after Washington and Kyiv signed an agreement on Wednesday. Ukraine granted the U.S. access to its rare earth minerals, which could potentially lead to continued military support to Ukraine.
Ukraine has signed a historic economic deal with the United States, granting Washington access to its rare earths minerals in exchange for establishing an investment fund. Ukraine's first Deputy Prime Minister, Yulia Sviridenko, was in the U.S. Capitol to sign the agreement on behalf of Kyiv. The deal stipulates that all resources will remain under Ukrainian ownership, with Kyiv retaining the right to decide on what and where to extract. The two countries also agreed that the 50-50 split on revenues is to only include new deals and licenses, excluding all ongoing projects from the fund. Kyiv says the agreement will also obligate Washington to help Ukraine attract more investment and technology. It also agrees that Kyiv is not financially indebted to the U.S. after Trump had insisted for weeks that Ukraine reimburse hundreds of billions of dollars in aid already delivered. Both parties also agreed that revenues from the investments will not be taxed in either countries as to yield the greatest possible results. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent hailed the new deal, saying that it will be of mutual benefit to both countries.
The Baltic Sea remains a key focus of tension amid the war in Ukraine. Belgian and Dutch ships are operating in Estonia as part of a NATO mission to monitor and deter Russia. They are protecting vital undersea communication cables from potential interference.
And we've got the object, so everything on the bottom with our main sensors, it shows up. So we can safely check, is everything in order for especially a pipeline or not a water cable. High percentage we will see some difference in to a cable, especially when it's cut or whatever. And what we do, the main thing is make the invisible visible.
Belgium took command of NATO's regional deterrence operations this year, sending an extra ship near Estonia recently. Suspected sabotage incidents occurred nearby last year, but have reportedly stopped since NATO increased patrols. Poland is boosting defense awareness in schools, responding to the perceived Russian threat. A mandatory course for teenagers includes basic shooting practice using replica weapons. Some schools now offer a full military option where students train in defensive techniques and receive first aid instructions. Military uniforms in these classrooms are becoming normalized, like choosing drama or English options.
No, dobrze mi poszło. Z broni krótkiej jest dużo trudniej strzelać niż z takiej długiej. No, ale jestem zadowolona, już idzie mi coraz lepiej.
Czasami mam takie myśli, że właśnie Rosja albo Białoruś może zaatakować naszą Polskę, ale póki nie dotknęło nas, to tak naprawdę to nie przejmuję się tym jakoś bardzo.
The overall goal is to build population resilience in the event of a conflict.
The Finnish parliament has passed legislation which restricts the use of smartphones and other electronic devices by students during the school day. Lawmakers say concern over students' well-being and the quality of the learning environment were the driving factors. The new law does not entirely ban the use of phones on school premises. Teachers can now choose when to permit or deny the use of devices during class. The measure is set to go into effect after the summer break, with the beginning of the new school year in August.